Why does it feel like evil keeps winning? Why do liars thrive, while honest people struggle just to stay afloat? To understand this, you have to look beyond individual choices and examine how entire systems, social psychology, and secret gatherings combine to protect the worst instincts of human nature, all hidden behind masks of respectability. Most of us grow up with the bedtime lesson that good always conquers evil. Fairy tales show monsters defeated, villains exposed, and heroes rewarded. But life, history, and the daily news tell a different story. Cruelty gets headlines. Corruption gets promoted. And people who speak up often get punished, not praised. Psychologists tell us this harsh truth. Humans are not purely good or purely evil. We are shaped by the rewards and punishments around us. If cruelty is rewarded, in a company, in politics, in a nation, then cruelty spreads like wildfire. If kindness is punished or ignored, then people hide it, or worse, abandon it altogether. Power, by its nature, attracts those who crave dominance. It is a magnet for the manipulative, because power lets you bend rules, escape consequences, and rewrite the truth to suit your needs. It turns ambition into a tool and morality into an inconvenience. Over centuries, from Roman emperors to modern CEOs, this pattern repeats. The cunning climb fastest, the honest stand in the shadows, and the silent majority pretend not to see. Edmund Burke captured it perfectly. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Evil feeds on silence. It thrives where truth is inconvenient. It grows roots in secrecy. One of the clearest glimpses into how secrecy and power entwine is Bohemian Grove. Deep in the ancient redwoods of California, each July, some of the wealthiest and most influential men in America, presidents, billionaires, military brass, media kings, gather for 2 weeks at a private retreat shielded from cameras and the public. To the outside world, it's billed as a harmless summer camp for grown men. They drink, they perform theater skits, they listen to jazz bands under the stars. But beneath the rustic charm is something far more revealing. Professor G. William Domhoff, a respected sociologist, spent decades tracing how America's ruling class maintains its grip. He worked with a brave insider who documented what happens inside Bohemian Grove's locked gates. He found that the Grove is more than a party. It is a ritualized bonding ground. Officially, business deals are forbidden by the club's motto. Weaving spiders come not here. Unofficially, connections made over drinks in the Redwoods lead to backroom deals in Washington and Wall Street once the campfires die down. There, trust is built where accountability cannot reach. And then there's the infamous ritual, the Cremation of Care. By torchlight, powerful men in robes gather before a towering stone owl. They chant, they laugh, they set an effigy ablaze, symbolically burning away care, meaning worry, guilt, more restraint. It's just theater, they say, but symbolically, it's a license to let go of conscience for a while, to be men outside the reach of judgment. And when they return to their boardrooms and Oval offices, that sense of untouchability lingers. This is how evil hides, not in monstrous acts alone, but in polite rituals that let people forget they are accountable to the rest of us. Bohemian Grove shows how the powerful protect each other. No cameras, no public scrutiny, no consequences. It's not the Illuminati. It's something more mundane, yet just as dangerous. Old boys networks dressed up in ancient symbols. And it works because the rest of us look away. We believe the stories we are told, that the rich and powerful earned everything through talent alone, that success must mean virtue, that secrecy is harmless if it's cloaked in laughter and tradition. Meanwhile, evil gets normalized. News stories break about corruption, fraud, lobbying, environmental destruction. But by the next news cycle, we've moved on, and those who caused it are clinking glasses at private clubs, toasting how nothing ever sticks. History shows this over and over. kings who bankrupted nations while throwing lavish parties, industrialists who polluted rivers and called it progress, dictators who silenced dissent in the name of stability. Always, evil appears huge, unstoppable, inevitable, until it suddenly isn't. Because here's the part we forget. Evil burns bright, but good endures in quiet, stubborn ways. Every regime built on fear eventually collapses under its own rot. Every secret club leaks eventually. Every generation produces whistleblowers, journalists, rebels, and ordinary people who say, no more. Even Bohemian Grove hasn't escaped the light. Journalists have trespassed with hidden cameras. Protesters camp at its gates every year. Insiders have leaked programs and guest lists. The secrecy cracks a little more each time. Proof that truth, no matter how suppressed, finds air eventually. So why does evil seem so powerful? Because it is loud. It controls headlines. It shocks us and drowns out the quiet truth that goodness is all around us, uncelebrated. Goodness doesn't get viral clicks. It feeds families, heals wounds, comforts the forgotten, one tiny human act at a time. If you feel powerless against secrecy, remember this: silence is evil's fuel, but exposure is its poison. Every honest conversation, every piece of truth spoken aloud, every refusal to look away, weakens the rituals of power that protect cruelty. So ask yourself, what systems do you quietly accept? Which rituals hide harm? Who profits from your distraction? Bohemian Grove is just one example. There are thousands more. From shady corporations to backdoor political donors to industries that profit from your ignorance. When people stay awake, they lose power. Goodness will never need secret camps or stone owls. It works in daylight. It asks nothing but courage and persistence. It plants hope in places cruelty thought it could never reach again. So speak, ask questions, watch where the money flows, and remind yourself, the flame that burns twice as bright burns half as long, but the steady light of truth and compassion outlasts every empire built on secrets and fear. Thank you for spending your time here and listening. If you found this thought-provoking, please consider giving it a like and subscribing. It helps this channel grow and reach more curious minds like yours. Until next time, take care and keep questioning everything.